got some new gear, some new merch. Go check it out. Thanks on that. Here we go. Diego Higa, Pride of Brazil, chasing him down. Matt Field, four-leg exhaust, Corvette, feeling the heat wave, lean customs, transition under that second outside zone. Diego Higa into that third outside zone. See, like I'm saying, Diego looks a lot more refined and composure. You can see being aggressive, confident with it. But Matt Field out front. Matt Field just. That's the beast from Bay we know. Had that contact. Diego Higa a little aggressive, but again, no competition timeouts were utilized. So here we go. Diego Higa out front from Brazil. JDM Supreme, 86. Matt Field, that Borla Corvette, the beast of the Bay transitioning in that second outside zone. How they handle third? I'm telling you, Diego Higa. This is just. It seems like a different car, a different Higa behind the wheel. And Matt Field brings it on home. Wow. One more time. And again, we're really trying to force the judges to not default to one more time. All right, here we go. Matt Field, the four-leg exhaust, heat wave, lean custom, GT radial, Corvette, boom! Right there, backs it in. That carbon Kevlar back bumper. Look at Diego Higa, a little left foot brake, maximum angle there for Matt Field. Really maxed out Diego. Look at Diego just catapulting forward. Slingshots to the side of the Corvette. Matt, I think he leveled up there. That lead run just looked a little more confident. Again, just a little more aggressive. We'll be chasing him down. Really finding that secret sauce. Comes into that first outside zone. He digs deep. Let's see what Matt Field can do. He can't give Diego an inch. Very similar line, very comparable. Now transition this last outside zone. How's Matt Field going to handle? And Diego Higa. Things get interesting.
That didn't get any easier on the judges.
No, it did not. He's smooth, he's calm, but you don't see the feet underwater unless you're watching Instagram. He is absolutely all. Both these guys live on the internet and social media. So here we go. Matt Field, that four-leg exhaust, heat wave, lean customs, Corvette on GT radios coming up the hill. Then you got that Drip HQ BMW of Adam LZ. Matt Field filling all that zone. Adam LZ dives in with that BMW E36. Now transitioning back down out of that horseshoe. Here comes Matt Field into that final inside clip. Great angle from Matt Field. It looked like he was just flicking that car right. It looked so what he does on the internet, and he wasn't intended to be here. He was actually supposed to be over at Drift Masters, but some shipping mistakes and all that. So here he is. We're blessed to have him here. Super excited. But Matt Field is saying like, yo, don't spoil my potential championship run here as Matt Field dives in, transitions in. Big mistake by Matt Field. Wow. Massive mistake by Field as Adam LZ continues on through the course. Field going into that first out. Oh! Adam makes a mistake. Okay.
Already then.
Holy cow. Clutch your pearls, kids. I feel like he's simmered down. Like he's he's got a cool simmer right now. So, but Matt Field, he's got something to prove. He wants to say that, hey, I don't care what happened earlier, I'm going to throw it down for my town. Talking about the Bay Area, the beast of the Bay. That first inside clip, takes out that inside clip. That four-leg exhaust, heat wave, lead customs, a little bit of shimmy there into that first outside zone. Going to the second. Matt, he feels all of that coming now into that second inside clip, coming down the hill, and you can see the elevation change there when they come back down the hill into what is the last clip. There goes Jeff Jones. You can see quite a departure there from Field and Jeff Jones.
Is so crucial to making it through the championship. That's why we see drivers, Matt Field, early boxers, so close to championships. It was one round. It was one battle that lost him an entire,
and that's why I think Von Gittin Jr. flopped. Anyways,
there's
a bye run for Matt Field. He's got that parts out max going for gold, but again, great looking car. And guess what? He gets the bye run. He will advance on past Jeff Jones with that de-beating of his tire. And there we go. Matt Field will advance on into the Great Eight.
I got a feeling that supercharger's working just fine now.
Yeah. Is this our first battle? First battle of the Great Eight. First battle of the Great Eight. James the Machine Dean, tall drink of water. An all-American battle here of the vehicles. Matt Field, the beast of the Bay. Now, where's Matt Field going? Matt Field. He goes to left field as James the Machine Dean powers his way in that first outside zone. Now into the second outside zone. James Dean, our current points leader. Matt Field, that four-leg exhaust Corvette. having some issues here. And keep in mind, he uses competition timeout. So you only get one competition timeout. He used it previously when Jeff Jones had the deep beating. He didn't need to do that. Battle. Red lights extinguish, and it's go time. Here we go. Send it! Matt Field, James the Machine Dean, our current points leader, 3-time champion. He'd love to get a fourth, and Matt Field would love to get his first. But now let's see if he's running 100%, see if he's got a little lozenge for his throat, and he gets that unsprung voice. There it is. Now it's loud and proud of that boil exhaust. Goes to that first outside zone. Now coming to the second outside zone. You can see James the Machine Dean now coming in. And there we go. And look at it. I'm telling you, with Matt Field maybe being down on power, having those issues, James, you can see the good proximity, good angle. Now coming to that final clip. I mean, all signs are saying, unfortunately, for Matt Field, James Dean, that chase position, that was a tough one.
Yep. Matt Field, Dimitri Brudski, as we advance on. Matt Field, the Beast from the Bay, the Borla Gateway Visual Lean Customs Corvette against multiple prospect champion, lunging, surging, but Matt Field looks like good composure. The red, white, and blue past that inside clip. Brudski comes down, tucks into the pocket, does take out that second inside clip. Here goes Matt Field into the crease. Good composure by Matt Field, but Brudski right there. Wow. Great lead run, and Field, I think that was a victory for him. He just had some issues
working on it. At that point in time, you need to utilize a competition time. So we're going to be swapping it back over.
Yep, here we go. So again, here's the second half of this Brudski Matt Field battle. Taking a look at, again, what's going down here on track and off track. Brudski outside zone. Matt Field, good proximity for him. Brudski, dials it in. Matt Field center punches that second inside clip. And Brudski continues on right in that crease. Good proximity. Whoa, buddy. Looks like a little, and Castro does too. Yeah, both of them get their courtesy. What? It affects nothing. Here we go. Matt, the Beast from the Bay. Field, Borla exhaust Corvette. Big angle from him. He knows Brudski had an amazing chase run on that first battle. Maybe tune it up a little bit, both mind and body and car. Look at that. You can feel the heat wave here in more ways than one. On the car, on the head, and in the sky. Great job. Put another quarter turn on that thing, right? Like, let's lose this fast, Cole. Here we go. Brudski across the nose of the Corvette. Never settle. That's the Autosports Prep BMW, and there we go. Brudski, good initiation. Matt Field applying the pressure in the chase position. Down the bank, past the inside clip. Brudski, now he's putting the car in the right places. Goes again to that sweeping turn. Field surges forward across the finish line, door to door, wheel to wheel. Make some noise for Brudski and Field on this one more time battle. All right, here we go. The Borla exhaust, heat rate visuals, lean customs Corvette is leading. The Beast in the Bay, big Grand Canyon gap, but Beecham reeling him in. Look at that, he went deep sea fishing for a beast. We'll see if he ends up with a whopper. Oh, and there it is once again. Woo! Almost T-boned him. T-bone steak, cheese, egg, and Welch's grape. Look at that. Wow. That got sketchy for a moment. So Beecham out front. Matt Field in chase position. You see the lights on. Once they extinguish, send it. Beecham and Field. Ooh, look at that. Tip the tail. Field flirting with that BMW. Dives in. Beecham turns on the smoke machine. The second half of that bank. Now coming back down. Matt Field, big angle from him. He dives in. And you saw that. You saw that quick little reservation of where is he at. He checks the temp and then he gets back up there. And Beecham, massive angle. But I got to tell you, a great job by Matt Field. If you see that guy, tell that guy, don't be that guy. Here we go. Our final battle of our Torque Motorsport Great 8, James the Machine Dean. And Matt Field, the Beast from the Bay. The machine initiates. Ford Mustang RTR. And Matt Field now coming down. Into the power alley, into the smoke. Whoa! We got liftoff, kids. Not talking Cape Canaveral here. We're talking Mustangs and Vets, all American. But it's an Irishman and a beast. Yo! Watch this. So it looked like tires. All right, our final battle of the Great 8. Matt Field initiates. Looks like no problem with the cars at all. James Dean gets into formation. Matt Field comes down. A lot of confidence in Matt Field's Corvette. Now past that second inside clip. What's going to happen here? He's in the pocket. He's in the crease. And now Field brings it across, and so does James Dean. blinker fluid was low. So I think that was, the radiator valve. All right, so here we go. As we look at Matt Field, the Borla exhaust Corvette being chased by the Evo Auto Works. BMW now into the second outside zone. Let's see how Matt Field manages. Now, look at that. So, great line. Oh, we got a little, Andy Haley goes off. Andy Haley with that contact, and it ended up bucking back. But Matt Field stays in it to win it. So in these ladder battles, these guys are getting really aggressive.
That wheel is not looking too hot. It is pointing in the wrong direction.
Ooh, Customs Corvettes. Oh, that on the down the mountain. Through the chicane. Leon, listen. Send it. I definitely rock them. And then Lean Customs. All right. Shout out to Lean Customs. Here we go. Chasing down Dylan Hughes, that Permatex BMW. Ooh, aggressive initiation. Backs that thing in. You hear the beeps like a dump truck into that second outside zone. And look at that. This great composure, good posture there from Matt Field. And you can see Dylan the Dozer Hughes again pierces that smoke into that final outside zone. Wow, great battle there. Great battle. Just really clean, sterile.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Dylan Hughes out front, the Dozer through that start chicane. Matt Field, look at him diving in on the inside. Straight line approach for Matt Field. Here goes, oh boy, what was that? Matt Field, sparks everywhere. Looks like he lost. Something came off. I believe a wheel came off. That's going to be look at the wheel. It's about, Dylan's about to run into it. Wow, there it is.
Okay. How was it? Wow.
Oh, gutted. What the heck happened? It looked like the lugs just sheared off. Shout out TJ Hunt, but Matt Field, man, a lot of eyeballs on him. That Borla Heatwave Visuals, Lean Customs, GT Radial Corvette out front initiate. Diego Higa, again, just absolutely progressing with every round behind the wheel of this vehicle. Again, that vehicle one time piloted by Ryan Turk. He's making it look good. But Matt Field pulling away from Diego Higa, the beast from the Bay, the 777 now coming into that final outside zone. I know Scarps is cheering him on here in the building and now crossing that finish line. You know, so that attitude really feeds into it. You can feel that passion. And Diego Higa, the same again, has really contributed to the sport in his home country of Brazil. And look at that, Diego Higa, he drags bumper on that first outside zone, coming to that second outside zone. Matt Field gets aggressive. He gets into the side, the backside of Diego Higa, and we talk about the fangs and the evolution. So as kind as much of a party he wants to have, he definitely wants to get this victory. Looking very forceful into outside zone 4. And that is a very aggressive way to make your presence felt. So let's back that up. I think, you know, Field has beat Chris Forsberg. Well, here we go. Chris would love to reverse that role here. Forsberg initiates into the outside zone. He taps the wall, comes a little out of angle. Now coming in outside zone 2. Matt Field, watch, he's going to apply the pressure. He knows who he's going against. He's going to have a blast out at Grid Life. And I think we're going to see them out there next weekend. But look at this transition now into that last outside zone. Forsberg puts it in. Ooh, a little bit of hold. Backs off. We'll see. Right, let's take a look. Matt, the beast from the Bay. Here he goes out front. That four exhaust. Corvette initiates into good, smooth angle there in that first outside zone. A lot more fluid and consistent and smooth in that lead position for Matt Field. Now coming to that third outside zone. Really almost dragging bumper. Well done by Matt Field. Now in that last outside zone, how's he going to manage? Big angle. Looks like Forsberg trying to get maybe some contact there. But I guess season, which is called what it is. Here we go. Dylan Hughes run through that start chicane. Initiates into that. Oh, big angle. But then Matt Field throws it right to the door of Dylan Hughes. Now into that second outside zone. See the brake light still on for Dylan Hughes. Looks like Matt Field backing down a little bit, giving him some room, and I think that's the, oh no, looks like Matt Field dives in on the inside, and we'll have to take a look at that. So got a little wonky. That chase car is allowed to leave before the start car, and Field across the nose of the BMW, initiating into that first outside zone. There goes Matt Field now. Good, smooth transition into outside zone 2.
Like see Dylan obviously a lot closer. Looks like Field pulling away. Bit of a power gamble here for Matt Field, and big angle from him. Dylan Hughes trying to find that extra power to jump up to the side of that high horsepower vet. And here we are taking a look at, again, another one more time. This is Dylan Hughes and Matt Field. Dylan Hughes initiating that royal purple BMW. Matt Field getting lost in the smoke, but definitely not lost at all because he found his way to the side of the royal purple BMW. Good angle for both the guys. This looks definitely textbook for both of them. Surging forward is Matt Field. Look at that lunging. And that's kind of that X factor, the unknown, just that awesome kind of boom. I'm here, letting you know, because remember, really developed not just a Formula Drift driver of caliber, but also just a fine young gentleman. Here we go. Oh boy, Dylan Hughes goes for it. He gets to the side of the Corvette. Definitely want to see the overhead of that. And Matt Field, he continues on. Big angle there. I got to tell you, don't poke the bear. Matt Field right now into this final outside zone. How's he going to manage? He gets all the Dylan Hughes. Here, and it looks like here on site. And here we go. Send it. Here we go. James Machine Dean, AutoZone, Mustang, RTR Mustang versus Van. A classic battle going that first outside zone past where we saw the wall ride of Adam LZ, and now James Dean riding a different way. Keeps it on the ground, and look at him just slingshot away from Matt Field. Chucks the deuce and now throws some flames in his face. Oh man, right in the line! They got hung up. Did you see that? He just hooked him. Oh, son of a gun. Just such, I mean, aggressive driving by Matt Field. Want to see that static. But nothing too out of sorts outside of, yeah, just getting too aggressive in that chase position, Matt Field. But that's unofficial. That's just kind of our at first glance. So here we go, Matt Field. That Borla Corvette goes into that second outside zone. Goes in again. It's a must-win for Matt Field to get on the box. So he needs to force an error here for James Dean, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen. And there it is. So again, unofficially, it looked like James Dean didn't do anything to.
I'm about to make a name for myself.
Well, we hope you do. Congratulations. We'll see him in top 16.
Thank you, Lorette. Here we go. Moving on. Matt Field and Stookie. Failure to launch. Matt Field in that Borla exhaust Corvette. Looking solid. Absolutely rock solid there for the Beast from the Bay. I mean, as long as he keeps course right here, he's going to have a major advantage. Stookie, again, that new car, I know you really admire that car, that build, the lightest car, as you said, technically here in the field, but undeniable. Matt Field, same engine that Frederick Osbo runs in a Supra, but again, these teams, efficiency is key. Here we go. Stookie out front. What approach does Matt Field have? Again, with Stookie in that chase position having difficulty, so I think he's going to dial it back to about a 7.5. C grades, obviously, he's still passing grades. So, that second outside zone. Stookie flirting with the edge of that track. Now look at Matt Field here in that Borla exhaust. Heat wave visuals, Corvette. 777 comes up. All spades, there we go. So that gets it done there for Matt Field, the Beast from the Bay. You know, again, we can deduce that that's going to go Field's way.
You kind of have to take that into that's a good point. If there was.
All right, let's advance on. Matt Field, Ryan Turk. What's going to happen here? Here we are, 3 battles in. Look at this. Matt Field initiates. What an absolutely iconic battle here. Matt Field in that Borla exhaust Corvette now coming down off the big bank into the power alley. Both of them filling that outside zone 2. Turk backing off a little bit, maybe giving himself some room. Good line of sight here on that inside clip, just barely knocking it over that Toyota GR Corolla in that last outside zone. Big angle. Ryan Turk threw a lot at it. Looked like he almost got bound up. They're beating themselves. You know, James Dean beat himself, right? Jeff had an amazing, I'm not taking anything away from Jeff Jones, but he took himself out. And Shanahan took himself out, 2 tires off. Here we go. So Ryan Turk out front, that Rain-X Toyota GR Corolla. Good, solid, rock solid on that big outside zone 1. How's he gonna manage outside zone 2 going to the power alley? Quick little yank of the handbrake into outside zone 3. Big, massive angle. Look at Matt Field. You talk about that surging Matt Field. He really has great proximity. Tries to get into that pocket, very shallow on outside zone 4, but the crowd erupts here in Seattle.
Olsen's vehicle, it actually moves with the wind and the active
activation of the vehicles. Here we go. Matt Field, the Borla Heatwave visual. Lean Customs, Corvette, the beast from the Bay. 777 initiates that first outside zone. Dials it in, that first one. Simon Olsen in tow, hops forward. And Matt Field, you can see locking up those Forge Star wheels. And now going that last outside zone. Simon Olsen not exactly matching the angle of Matt Field. Aggressive, the beast of the Bay. He does dip that tire, but it doesn't end up grabbing his wheel. Simon Olsen out front. A little bit of good luck. And there goes Matt Field lunging again. The chase car is allowed to leave the start line prior to the lead car. And tip to tail with Matt Field. Look at aggressive. He is making his presence felt. Does not rattle the Norwegian pilot of Simon Olsen in his second outside zone. Simon, look at this. Matt almost tried to force an error. Hey, I'm right here, bro. The beast of the Bay, the fangs, the claws, it's all out. Trying to sink him in. Transition that last outside zone. Simon Olsen right there. Good line by Olsen. Matt Field, amazing chase there. I mean, he is practically riding shotgun with Olsen. The crowd erupts here in Utah. Contender for the championship, during the silly season before it started, but we'll see how he does here. He's got to advance on, but Trent Beecham's going to try to put a stop to that. Here we go, that Clonex Next Tires BMW. Matt Field, the Heatwave visual, Borla exhaust. Lead Customs, Corvette. That second outside zone, there goes Trent Beecham. You see, again, Field kind of surging back and forth. Beecham, he's looking a little more settled in that lead position. Now transition that last out one. Beecham using all of the course. Look at Beecham, he's on a tear. Wow. Matt Field diving in on the inside. Wow. That was a great lead run by Beecham, and you saw Field kind of surging back and forth, but he did have that proximity. Your thoughts? Matt Field gonna do out front with that clean air through that start chicane. Our final battle of our top 16. Who's advancing on and who is going against Jonathan Hurst? Here we go, Matt Field, correction there, but look at Trent Beecham drops right into formation, and there's that horsepower. You see him, oh, but Beecham says, all right, I got it too. In that second outside zone, look at the angle from Matt Field. A lot more settled with that clean air out front. Transition now in the last outside zone. Oh, no. Oh, buddy. Matt Field almost overcooks it. He brings it back, and look at Beecham. Wow, and again here, that was sketch.
That was sketchy. I'd like to see the replay. We are seeing
Matt Field, oh, look at this. We got a Corvette battle going down. Matt Field, that Borla exhaust, or excuse me, Borla performance. Heatwave visuals, Lean Customs. Looks like Taylor Holt diving in, kind of a straight line approach. The comp cams, Corvette struggling here, drops down, just shimmies his way all over the car. Is looking loosey-goosey, and Matt Field keeps it consistent in that second outside zone. Now he passes that inside clip, and textbook lead run there. Taylor really fighting the car.
Yeah, it was super weird. It's like he lost all side bite in the car. It was just kind of going everywhere.
A bummer,
really strange.
Yeah, here we go. So let's see what Taylor Holt can do out front in just that chase run, maybe with the clean air, a little more confident, and there it is. So you can see the car gripping up. I think Matt Field, my advice on a spotter, just take it easy. Don't get too aggressive. You don't want to get bound up. You don't want to get into the car after, again, seeing Taylor on the chase position. Looks like he's, stitching something together here, but it's just not going to be enough after that chase run, which is pretty much an incomplete in that chase. Yeah. So a good effort there by Taylor Holt, but
that's what
the
it takes, that Borla exhaust,
Heatwave visuals, Lean Customs, Corvette. Here goes James Dean out the gate. He's riding high right now, though. Literally, as he gets high on the bank, Matt Field, again, there's that good proximity. He mimics that angle. Well done. He throws it out there, has to back off a little bit. The beast in the Bay, chasing down the machine. In the second outside zone comes a gun blazing. In that second outside zone, look at James Dean. Set it and forget it. But Matt Field bringing the heat. Great proximity. Aggressive driving. Well done. Stomp your feet, Irwindale. Make some noise. Chase position. Love to add to the trophy collection. A lot of Irish folk making the trip over here, cheering on James. There goes Matt Field initiating into the bank. And look at that, Matt Field, great angle there. Look at James, just really kind of just going back and forth. Watch this car, watch how close he gets. I think he's gonna reel him in. That's the side bite that these Mustangs have. You see it right there. He jumps to the side of the Corvette. Wow, look at that, he's banging doors. Oh, Doctor, make some noise!
Borla exhaust.
James Dean, Here we go, leaving the start line. Here goes James Dean across the nose of the Corvette. How are they going to refine it? How are they going to make it better? We had an amazing lead and chase. Now look at this, good angle, locked and loaded as James Dean. Matt Field maybe keep himself a little bit of room here so it's not so glitchy, right? More fluid. It looks definitely more fluid than that first run. But Matt Field right there, good proximity, tucks in, almost gets slapped there with the Ford Mustang. But
Like I said, that
overall,
just showed
very clean. Here we go, Matt Field now out front, James Dean in that chase position. Here goes Matt Field. Initiates high on the bank. James Dean actually a little bit lower. You see him just massage the car right there to the side. And now James Dean looks like he's doing something similar as well as far as car setup and where he's at. And look at him just slowly reeling him in. Dragging bumper by both these guys. Come on now. Look at this. You know, it's just the consistency is so sick.
Oh, man.
Unbelievable.
We might be here all night.
Yeah.